Enjoy. Cheers.
Beauties. Gucci. What's up? What's up, Benzini? Cheers to the old UK boys.
You always tell me that it's all up in my head. You got me overlooking all of my options. You got me going back and forth with my conscience. All up in my bed. You always see that.
Rock episode 16. We finally have the beauty James with us. We got Steve about to go and visit the lads. Obviously, Mr. Zini Linguini, the Space Museumgram, the GOAT in the middle of me and James. Who knows where he'll be once the recording is done. But, boys, we obviously, as I said with the first person, have Mr. James with us. Claps for that, lad. First time on for him. We got Mr. Will. But, James, we're happy to have you on, brother. It was a little bit of a trouble for you to get in last time, my friend.
The link wasn't working.
Yeah.
Sure. My Wi-Fi.
Guy doesn't know how to use technology. That's the real truth.
Still using a flip phone.
Definitely. He's got a disco ball hanging in his room over there.
That is a wild move, bro. I mean, who knows what type of parties that guy's throwing in his bedroom, huh? I mean, Lord almighty.
Oh my God.
But, yeah, man, I would just, gonna be a little bit of a different episode here. We might chat a little bit of soccer. Obviously, when you have the UK boys on, can't not chat a little bit of soccer. But we talked a little bit with Will last time about how we all met, so we don't want to get too deep into it. But we got to get the James rendition version of the first meeting with Mr. Steve Prosend, if you recall meeting the beauty.
Was that the trade night, I think? Yeah, the first trade night, and this guy was trying to take advantage of us when we were trying to do a deal.
Yeah, right. James is trying to take advantage of me, to be honest. James and Will. James is sneaky, though, but that's for sure. It's like, you know what they love to do? We only have 9,000, so come back to us in a little bit if you're interested. We have 9,000 cash. And they like come back. They'll come back like 20 minutes later and be like, 9,000 still stands. And I'm just like, That's a good maneuver, though.
Yeah, that was meeting the old, I mean, we talked about it last time, but it was an absolute blast meeting you two.
Cutthroats.
Yeah, James, you can definitely tell James is like the mob boss guy. He's like whispering in Will's ear. Will's like the upfront guy, like cutting the deals, and then you hear James, he'll just be like, lean into his ear and whisper, be like, you know. But I don't know. Do you guys remember meeting Benzini at all, the beauty down low, or were there much interactions?
That was at that trade night with the bar, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
The boys were a little sauced up that night. That's for sure.
You especially. You were the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
We
You're
got
putting
there.
on the waitress, bro.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Alex.
I remember when you were ordering, Alex, you were talking to that girl. Do you remember? She was on your right, and she was about, I think she was like mid-30s, like maybe 40. I can't remember.
Might have been 40
With
plus.
her husband.
Well, no, it wasn't. It was with her boyfriend was in the hotel. Her boyfriend was in the hotel, and Dapper kept on saying like, "Nah, just come with us, come with us." And then we saw the boyfriend at the show, and I mean, I don't want to. He might be listening. He might be your biggest fan, so I don't want to say anything. But.
Potentially. No, I mean, after we saw the boyfriend, it was like, wow, that girl's a goofy. But
that woman was haggard too, by the way. That needs to be said.
No, I thought she was kind of bad.
Jesus Christ.
No,
I mean, before she put the hat on, I was like on a mom stance of things. Like I was like,
Really?
okay. I was like, if this chick's a mom, yeah. But once she put the hat on and she had the headphones in, I'm like, all right, this girl's got some history. I was like, this is
I remember her
weird
looking
play
like
for someone this age.
I remember her looking like a 40-year-old like wannabe skater girl.
Yes.
Like
no, 100%. As soon as the hat and the headphones came on, she was just chilling in the chair. I was like, yo, what did you just transition to? But,
like she probably had like Element skater shoes on too, or some weird shit. Like that definitely not for me for sure.
Yeah, no. It was more just walking up to the bar, being a little sauced, and just like being dapper. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd never seen a game like that in person. I was honestly like enamored. I was just there like Wow, this is
Bro,
incredible.
these guys like to make jokes, but Dapper can spit game a little bit. It's just you got to catch me on the right day. That's for sure.
Yeah, Dapper's the wizard.
The Wizard.
The Wizard.
These guys are already locked up, so they're. But I gotta say, Steve was Oh man, I wish Safa was in here to talk about
Why?
Maryland, to talk about the whole Maryland.
Oh, that was
Snapchat.
good. Yeah.
That was but that's a conversation.
Another
for
story
day.
for another time.
Another
Yeah.
story for
Raunchy
another time.
Snapchats.
But boys, just in general, obviously it's been a minute since we talked to you. Any life updates for you two? I've seen Gorilla Breaks going live a little bit more. We're tabbling into some breaks, seeing a lot of the singles. How's the life been across the pond for you two?
Not bad, yeah. We've been focusing more on our eBay now, so slowing down and whatnot. But there's been a lot of shows recently as well, and they've been very good. London this weekend though will be amazing, and Steve will definitely be there.
Maybe. If I'm there, you guys are gonna have a lot of competition. I'm gonna buy everybody out.
Well, that is our plan. I mean, like at the last few shows, we've just been buying like thousands and thousands of cards and like putting it on our eBay. And yeah, I think that's just the play. Like the bigger stuff just doesn't move as easy in the UK, but like the smaller stuff, like anything like 10, 15 pounds, that just moves really quickly on eBay. So you'll pick something up for like, I don't know, 50p and then sell it for like 20 pounds. And we just have to do that in scale.
I'm the standalone Liverpool guy here with 4 Man U fans.
Oh,
so
true.
We might as well. I'll just moderate the conversation, boys. Tell me about your Red Devils, boys. How are you feeling about the squad? Somehow y'all are managed to be in the top 6 right now after what has felt like just a long season. Steve has hopes of top 4 still. I tell him he's absolutely crazy. We have a bet right now. $100 that Liverpool finish above Manchester United, and I just
No. It's $100 it's $100 for me if Manchester United finishes above Liverpool, which will happen. I guarantee it.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. So I'll be getting the $100 for Liverpool.
I mean, we're playing like the worst I've ever seen us play. We're in 6th place. It's like ridiculous.
So tell me, I want to hear what is the state of Manchester United across the pond? Like, how do you guys feel about the team, the manager, the players, everything that's going on?
I think I'm one of the few that's still backing Ten Hag. I like Ten Hag. I think we've had a lot of injuries this season as well. So it's been tough to really, evaluate how we really will do with a full team. That is true. We've had half our team out for the whole season, and the attack just cannot score. But at least we beat Luton.
Yeah, at least
Yeah, I can attest to that. But Will, what are your responses to that? How are you feeling personally about? I know you are less of a fan of Mr. Ten Hag. What do you think the future holds for the team?
Yeah, I think he's the worst manager we've had in recent memory, easily. I want Ranier back. Ranić. I thought he was a better manager.
I don't think he's ever coming back.
No, I don't think he is coming back. But I'm just saying that Ten Hag, he does not know what he's doing. I mean, he's hated by his players or whatever. I mean, he's alienated Sancho, so now Sancho's leaving. And I just feel like he doesn't know what he's doing. It's
Sir
like
Alex Ferguson would have done the exact same thing to Sancho, and everyone would have said it was amazing. But because it's Ten Hag, everyone's complaining.
Yeah, but Ferguson won everything.
Apologise, and he'd be back in the team.
No, Ferguson won everything. You can't compare Ten Hag, who, I mean, what has he actually won?
1 year. Sir Alex Ferguson in his first 4 years did nothing. He nearly got sacked.
Yeah, but then he came back. And...
No, he didn't get sacked.
No. But he came back and obviously won everything.
James is dropping some knowledge on Will right now.
No. It's just he likes Ten Hag because he's more loyal to Man United. I'm more of a realist and realize that Ten Hag is just an imposter.
I mean, I really liked Ten Hag coming into the season, to be honest, because I thought the cards that he was dealt last season were terrible, and he got us to Champions League. So I was like, now if he puts his own guys in place, we can see what we're working with here. But I do have to say about the Sancho thing is I think he's mismanaged it, however you look at it, because the guy's making $90 million a year and he's not on the pitch. So whichever way you slice it, that's on Ten Hag to get these guys to perform and to actually get them on the field, and he's not. So it's just a waste of money.
I think it's a bit of both of their faults, really.
Yeah, I mean Sancho's just a loser, man. What a colossal waste of money.
Is Sancho really a loss though? It's like you saw a ton of success at BVB.
No. Sancho will never be good unless he needs to move to like fucking the Dutch league or back to Bundesliga.
He's going to Juve. He's going to go to Juve on a loan.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true. I did hear about that.
That's the reason City sold him, because he had a bad attitude. That's why Pep got rid of him. And then
really?
Because how bad our recruitment is, they didn't pick up on that. And we signed him, and look what happened. Exactly.
I mean, I loved Sancho at Dortmund. Like, I thought he was going to be like, I can't miss. And everybody did, to be honest. Everybody thought he was like a.
So I remember the summer before we got him, we really nearly got him then as well.
I think that the problem with Ten Hag is he basically had his targets, but they just weren't the right players for Man United. Antony is not good enough.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
Højlund isn't. I mean, Højlund's okay, but I think every goal he scored in, we've lost. So that's not ideal. And I feel like we needed some actual key players and not some young guns who haven't proved themselves. And we don't want the spectrum where we go for the really old players who are just cheap, like Eriksen.
Well, Eriksen was free.
Exactly. I mean, you can't get much cheaper than free.
Eriksen is a good signing, I think. You can't complain with Eriksen.
He doesn't do anything. I mean, he really doesn't.
I think the base of the issue, though, is
he did a lot last year with
defending
Casemiro.
Period. Like, I think when you look at your back line consistently, it's like you have the laughingstock of your country, Harry Maguire, constantly being back there.
He's not the laughingstock of the country. He's one of the best defenders on the national team. How could you say that? Laughingstock.
You are making up lies, and you know it.
I'm not.
Sit on the throne of lies. He is not. It's just.
Is he a laughingstock over there?
He's a meme on Twitter, bro.
Yes.
Maybe for United fans, not for the English.
No, for
he
everyone.
Plays well for. No, come on, really?
No.
I think it's kind of a mixed bag with the England fans. But
I mean,
he does always play well for England.
Exactly.
He does play well for England. Yeah,
that's the problem.
Pickford's not the best English goalkeeper there is, but for England, he does
plays well.
Yeah, that's because you're playing for your team and you're not playing when you got Man United. You're like, I make loads of money. Like, I don't really care about this team, and that's what the majority of Man United players feel like. And I definitely feel like you can see that on the pitch.
I can agree with that. Probably not with Maguire though. I actually think Maguire's one of the few players that does care.
Yeah, but he's still. I mean, it's Man United we're talking about, and we're literally saying, "Oh, Maguire's good." But like, if you look at any other teams, they're buying like the best players and trying to build the best squads. We're buying some absolute goobers for like 80 million for Antony is ridiculous.
Ten Hag has, apart from last year, he did get the signings he wanted, but this year who was it? Højlund was not even his first option.
It was Osimhen.
It was Osimhen, then Kane, then Højlund was third option.
Which he might be coming to the Reds.
Not first option either. So.
And there's a bit of a downgrade from
which we didn't sign. I mean.
Yeah, but it's still a bit of a downgrade from if your targets are Osimhen and Kane, both proven goal scorers who I think could fit well in like the biggest club in England. And then you go for Højlund, who, he might have played really well in Serie A, but still, I feel like he's not a target striker. He should be like a partnership striker. We need one.
6'4".
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, we need one established player up front and then someone to play off him.
I think Harry Kane would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. That was, honestly, that's what this team, if you put Harry Kane on this team right now, top 4, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I think we genuinely compete for the league with Harry Kane.
Yes. That was what this team needed.
Striker, but I agree.
Really? You think he's your least favorite striker, Will?
He missed a penalty against France. I always say this. Jim always laughs, but he missed a penalty against France with, 5 minutes left? And that would have kept us in the World Cup. And I will never forgive him.
If you're that guy, you got to bury those for real.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who am I to say that on my couch? But I'm just saying, like,
Will was probably one of those guys trashing Sancho, Rashford, and all the other guys, and Saka. Will was definitely leading the parade there, for sure.
Especially Rashford. Hey,
Yeah, especially Rashford.
Maybe when Rashford
He never forgave Rashford.
I was so angry. I was at my parents' house and I was downstairs watching it, and I just went upstairs. I was like, "No, I'm done. I'm not English anymore." I've always said that I'm a Portuguese fan first, and then English second.
That's crazy.
God,
well,
that's
at
terrible.
least you guys.
I know
aren't living in
James
Trinidad and
James
Tobago.
is too patriotic for that.
James is the most patriotic. I don't know why he's laughing.
Bro. Well, that was good little Man U talk. We'll wrap it up with, do you guys believe, we'll go down the line with each of you, do you think that you guys are going to make it back into the top 4 by the end of the season, and who are you going to displace? We'll start with whoever wants to kick it off here. I already know who Stevie Boy will probably say, but James, what do you think?
Who is in the top 4 right now? City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and who's the other team?
Is it Arsenal?
Oh yeah, Arsenal. How do I forget that? I think the only chance we've got, I think Tottenham have quite a thin squad. If
That's
they
exactly where I was going.
Maddison get a long injury, or even like Romero, I think they're done for. But I don't know. I think we'll have to be quite lucky to get top 4.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get like 5th or 6th.
I mean, Villa's looking dangerous, man.
Yeah, Villa looks really good.
Ben, what do you think? You guys making it into the top 4?
No, we're not. Sorry, we're just not. It's not happening.
It's all good.
I think 5th or 6th is realistic. I mean, we just suck, man. There's nothing that like you can't sugarcoat it anyway. You have the chicken wing on the side here, Anthony doing. He literally runs and doesn't think about anything. I watch him play. His feet move faster than his brain. It's hilarious. So I've said my piece about him many times. So he needs to be out. Get him out.
No from Mr. Zini. Stevie Boy, let's hear it.
I know I said they're gonna be above Liverpool, but more realistic here, because that's more of like a fan's bet, like that's a wish. I do think that we can get in the top 4 if Tottenham continues to fall, which I think they will, because like James said, very thin on the depth chart over there. So unless they bring some people in, which I mean, I don't see anybody they're going to bring in that's like a real game changer. As long as Maddison is out. Is Maddison out for the rest of the season?
Like till January, I think.
Yeah, like close enough where it's going to be tough. So I could definitely see us slipping in if Tottenham falls a little bit. But I mean, we still need to get our act together. It doesn't look good in all reality, but I don't know. We're playing like dog shit right now. We're in 6th place. So all we need to do is play good. Maybe we'll slide into the top 4.
And finishing off with Mr. Willie Boy.
No, team is too bad. We need a full rebuild. We need to get rid of pretty much 80% of our club, I think. Maybe not 80%, but 50% definitely, and rebuild it from the ground up. We're going to get 6th this season.
6th? Wow.
We're going to play in Conference League. Amazing.
Yeah, at that point, it's just like a disgrace.
I mean, how are we going to, like, our team just isn't good enough to beat the best teams in the Prem. Even Villa,
I would say against Man City, we did give them a game. Until they got that penalty that they didn't deserve, we were definitely in that game.
It was the first half. And then the second half
we went crumbled into the second half 1-0 down, so it was tough to get back into it.
Boys, definitely want to just have like it's like Thanksgiving week over here. So it's going to be a little bit more of a relaxed week for a lot of the old Americans on this side. But curious, one of the questions that Steve had is just like a generalized question, and you guys kind of just take it where you want. But like, what is like just like daily life like over in the UK compared to over here in America? Like, obviously, you guys were just in Chicago. It's not like you really branched out too much in the city, but just life in the UK. What's it like between the difference between here and America?
I feel like the people in America are so much easier to talk to. The majority of the
I always
time.
find that surprising. I find that so surprising you guys say that.
Yeah, I would say that. I think quite a lot of English people are quite hard to talk to.
Yeah.
Especially
see if I can change that when I'm over there. Really? Especially London?
Places like shows, but when you're like, just generally, it is pretty tough.
Like,
really? Even if you're out at the local pub, like drinking brewskis
At
and
the park, cause, if people are drunk, people will speak. But like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if they're more friendly, but they definitely speak a lot more.
Like for us, like if I'm walking down the street downtown or whatever, and I just make eye contact with a random dude and just like give him a little nod or like a "what's up," type deal. You just give him a "what's up" and keep it moving. Like, is that just not a regular? If I made eye contact with somebody in the UK and we're like, "What's up?"
100% not a thing.
I think Alex would probably get assaulted in the UK because I've never done what he just said. I don't think Americans do that. Alex does that.
That is not
the
true,
"what's
bro.
up" nod. Ben, do you do that?
I definitely partake in the "what's up" nod here.
Yeah,
and there.
if you know, but you have to know the person a little bit, not a stranger.
No, not even, bro. Strangers get the "what's up" nod.
You're just a New York.
I give no. I give "what's up" nods to like guys that I think are gonna stab me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to see if they're like cool. Like it's some like unhinged homeless guy, and then I make eye contact. I'm just like,
Well, I mean that's the one thing which I would say is America's like the insane version of the UK. The UK is very like it's quite boring, quite plain, but like quite stable. I think personally. I mean, definitely in the South. But America, like if you have a look on the news, you advertise medications on the news.
I hate that shit.
I can't believe that.
So weird.
There's so many lawyer adverts as well. I don't think I've ever seen a lawyer advert on the television, like ever. And over there, it's just insane.
Like when you're on the roads, there's loads like massive signs as well. That's
It's like, have you had a car accident? We can sue for you.
Oh man, I just had an argument with my girlfriend the other day. She showed me some video about this video of Jeff Daniels saying how like the U.S. isn't the greatest country in the world, and she knows I'm very patriotic. Just pissed me off. And she was like, I don't know. She's like, I think Europe is better, and she's like, you'll see when we go to London. And I'm just like, yeah, please.
I think London is. I think the Europe is better in some aspects. Like if you have a look in California, they literally made it where you can steal $1,000 worth of stuff, and now everyone's just looting every shop. And that would never happen in the UK. Like
that's a little different though. That's like I call that Biden's America. It's like an alternate reality.
No, yeah. Pitchmasters FC goes political.
That's not political. That's just from me. Like when I see all of the American news is either like people like using fentanyl, like the homeless people who are just like insane.
Yeah, what's homeless? What's the homeless situation like over in the UK? Like just kind of non-existent, or is it
nowhere near? It's a thing, definitely, but it's nowhere near as bad as America.
No.
Really? Is it a big like when I take the tube in London? Do I need to like be worried?
Nah, not really.
I'm not sure the pickpockets because they definitely would target America.
I think right now the biggest thing over in London, at least when I looked online, is like the terrorist threat because of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. No, I'm serious. That's what it said. Like on the U.S. site, it was like 2 out of 4. Like it's normally 1 out of 4. Like 2 out of 4. Like beware of your surroundings.
Yeah, but
because there's an increased terrorist threat.
Yeah, I mean that's I don't know. I mean,
fake news.
Maybe, but if you just,
I mean, I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying
if you
that's
stick
what
to yourself, like, yeah, if you just stick to yourself, you'll be fine. But it's like we have nothing to complain about. We're like a very westernized place, and we don't really have things. So we follow what the other countries do. So usually, like, if there's riots in America, then it will spread to like the UK and Australia and that kind of place because we follow America, whatever what they do.
Yeah, it's funny. You guys become like America's like little brother after we beat you guys in the revolution.
Well, you're our son. You're our little son who's just.
We're like the little son that like
you're
became
like our,
so much.
Yeah, you're like our drunk dad that like
beat
us a little too much, and
that's
then when we moved away from home.
That's Ireland and Scotland, definitely.
Do you think that you guys like if you didn't know me or Steve? Or just could you pick out an American like just walking in like maybe not in London where it's more diverse, but if I had like a Liverpool like hoodie on and I'm just walking like somewhere, like you think you could like pick out an American like just walking down the street?
I reckon I probably could.
Yeah.
Really?
What are the tells of an American?
No, just every English person, I feel like when they're walking, will probably be looking down at the phone, or like they're not going to be looking at people when they're like walking about. I feel like an American definitely would.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be the same thing if you were here? You would be looking around and we'd be on our phones, though.
I think that's just a tell.
I feel like
you
you just do that less. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone in London, if you walk, everyone's on their phones or like looking at the ground.
I think it's a city thing though, because like I get people in New York that like constantly like almost walk into them, like fucking like look up for a second. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not from a city, so I don't really know, but like, yeah, that's what I'd say about London at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say only like at the card shows, like the card shows are completely different, and I mean that was sort of my main experience with America. It's like, it is a different league. Like I've been to Paris, Germany, and obviously all the UK card shows, but Americans are just like they want to spend like silly amounts. I know I don't know if that's every show, but like the UK, you'll get haggled over like £5.
Yeah.
But in the US,
I'm not gonna do well there then. I hate that shit.
The Gorilla Boys.
Because I'm the kind of guy that like if somebody comes over to me and like they're like trying to haggle with me over like $5-10 or something like that, I'll just be like out of press and I'll just be like, forget it then.
Thing is, I think you probably do it to a larger scale than most people in the UK. So the £5-10 will make more difference, I'd say, over here.
Yeah, that's true. If you what you're talking like over like a £50 deal and it's like between 45 and 60, like is that what you're trying to say?
I'd say there's quite a lot of like smaller collectors over here. That like everyone in America seems to have tons of money, but over here it's just there's a lot of people with just doing their own
credit cards. They don't have money; they're just throwing it all on the credit card.
Yeah, in the U.S., people just like lunging on the credit cards.
Well, transitioning into the.
Wait!
Yeah,
I have one more thing.
Go ahead.
Is it true? My girlfriend she's like telling me she's like make sure you bring some nice clothes because they dress really nice in England. That's a lie, right? She's like you can't just walk around in sweats.
It depends where you go, but
if you
See? I'm gonna tell James said I can wear sweats wherever I go.
Doesn't answer to anybody, bro. James says if anybody fucking talks to me about anything, I'm fucking like sending Will on them.
The older people definitely dress smart, but the younger people don't care.
Well, I mean, I disagree. I mean, it's just like it depends where you are. If you're like at home or going to the shops, and yeah, but if you're like going to like a nice restaurant or something, you don't want to just wear like Nike Tech fleece and stuff.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. What about hats? Because I wear hats everywhere I go. Do I have to worry about wearing a hat in a restaurant?
Hats are illegal in England.
Don't wear it in a restaurant, I would say.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I probably won't wear it in a restaurant. They're not. Yeah, they're.
No, you're fucking with these. Just cut it out. Cut it out.
Oh, you got him, bro. Not a lot of people get Steve. You got him good on that,
I go to like fucking. I don't care if it's a Michelin-starred restaurant in New York City. I wear a hat. Like I literally wear a hat everywhere.
I feel like people think it's rude. Honestly.
Yeah.
Fuck that. See, when I was in elementary, actually all through where I went to school, through like first grade to when I was a senior in high school, I was not allowed to wear a hat in school at all.
Yeah, but we all have uniforms. You just get to wear pretty much whatever you want.
You have uniforms in like public school?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone has a uniform. Every school.
Jesus, wow. Yeah, we didn't have uniforms. Alex probably had a uniform. You were in private school, right?
We had. I hate even saying that I went to a private school, but yeah, we had like a dress code. We didn't. It was super lax though. Like we had. You just had to wear like khakis, and then like if you wore a hoodie, it had to be like college or like non-branded, like weird or anything collared shirt. Like it wasn't like anything wild or anything. But the thing that was crazy for a while is you had like there was like a hair dress code, so we had to have like a certain like style of hair. But then they finally took it off our junior year, so like it was a big deal for our lacrosse team. Our junior year, we all like grew the flow out. Like I literally had hair down to my shoulders type deal. It was beautiful. I'd love to see James imagine James with just like a luscious locks of hair just like flowing down to the shoulders.
I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know if I want to imagine. I think he looks good just like he is.
The ladies at the card show they'd be going crazy for him. It wouldn't even be able to handle it.
Zena, did you go to public or private?
Public.
Public. All right. So there was no dress code, right?
There was when I was in middle school. It was like the same as
Were you,
khaki.
were you allowed? Were you allowed to wear hats?
I was never a hat guy. I have a small head, so every hat just looks weird on me. But I don't remember people wearing hats, to be honest, unless we were like outside, maybe like during like recess or gym when it was like really hot. You could wear one, but I don't really ever remember seeing people wear hats in middle school. To be honest.
Well,
Also, I have no
Steve
recollection of anything past like the age of 13. So.
I don't really remember much too before that, to be honest. But I just remember one
crazy?
of the. I wear hats all the time, and I couldn't wear them like
until I got to college, and I started wearing them all the time.
That's something like I don't even know if this would be a fun conversation or not, but like how like many memories like are just gone, you know, like just childhood, like just things that you've experienced, you know, like just recesses, like going over to buddy's house, just playing video games, and it's just like nothing. Like it's almost like just a complete simulation. Like all of a sudden we're just sitting here, you know, like I have no recollection of the years from like 3 to 12, you know, like maybe if I see like pictures and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, or like some random core memory, but beyond that, boys, it's not a lot.
I have the worst. I mean, Jim will say this, but I literally have the worst memory. Like I can't remember basically anything that happened before I was like 18, and
really?
I'm being. I don't. I hope not, but like, I genuinely, my memory is terrible. So
how's your short term? Because my memory is atrocious, like really bad too. My short term memory is terrible. Like I'll be in the middle of doing deals with somebody, and I'll be like, because I do this all the time at work. Like I'll be like, I'll offer somebody like 250, right? And then the guy will come back with like another number, and then like in my head, I'm just like, oh shit, I don't even remember what I just offered that guy. And then I'll just like kind of wait for him to like hit me with the number that I gave him so I can remember. Like my short term memory is atrocious.
Yeah, no, mine's similar, but my long term memory is also pretty. I mean, it feels like it was pretty much erased. Like anywhere from 0 to 18, I cannot remember basically. My parents will literally show me a photo and they'll be like I don't remember that. Like, that's so weird.
But... James, how old are you? You about to turn 20 this year?
20
birthday next year. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's crazy, bro. How young you are, man. What about you, Zini? You got like a lot of recollection of like are you an only child? What's like how many siblings do each of us have?
I have one older brother.
There's an older.
He said that like he hates him. He's like one older brother.
It's like an evil battle between the two.
I don't know. I just remember him like always bullying me when I was like playing sports and I was younger.
How much older is he than you?
He's 7.5 years older than me.
Whoa. Oh shit! Yeah.
Were you an oopsie baby, brother?
That is incorrect. I was 7 years old, running around in the backyard while he was like bullying me. He's like forcing me to like do all this stuff, and I would just like do it because you're 7 years old and your brother's gonna kick your ass if you don't. So.
Jeez, yeah. Could you imagine? So your brother was in high school and you were only Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah. My dad's a 10-year difference with his brother, but I think that was kind of like I guess I'm assuming it was like an oopsie kid, but still, my dad's one of two like you, but he's 10 years separated from his brother.
I'm definitely an oopsie baby, bro. My parents had me when they were 20, like 3 and 25, and they had to like bump up the wedding for me. So that was a hilarious thing to find out like later in life. But yeah, I'm the oldest of 4 though, so it's living the older brother life with that many siblings had a lot of perks, but a lot of challenges. You're like basically the guinea pig for your parents, where they're like figuring out like how to freaking raise a kid. So a lot of fun experiences. But what about you two, James and Will? You guys got siblings?
I've got 2 older stepbrothers.
Okay.
5 and 10 years older than me. So
5 and 10. Yeah. See, once it gets like that much older, it's like
I'm pretty good with them though. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I only remember living with my oldest brother for like 2-3 years. So.
What about you, Billy boy?
I've got a sister who's 5 years older than me.
Got you. You being the youngest makes sense a little bit more. Baby of the family.
The baby, yeah.
Well, I guess on the the subject of siblings. This will be a little bit more of a fun one. We'll see how it goes. But are you guys team kids or no kids? You guys want to have like a little tribe when you guys like get to that stage of life? Obviously, Jamesy boy is probably can't even figure out what he's going to be eating later. So worrying about whether or not he's going to have a family is going to be a hilarious question to hear. But started with maybe Stevie boy, who's probably going to be the closest to getting wifed up here at some point. What are you thinking, kids or no kids?
No, I definitely want kids. Professional hockey players. Football is second. But yeah, I need some pro hockey players. But my girlfriend only wants boys, so we're gonna have like 4 girls.
Oh,
that's how it
no,
works.
she's constantly like, I only want boys. I'm like, you just know we're gonna have like girl after girl after girl after girl. We're gonna have like 7 kids until we get to a fucking boy.
Now,
and be poor.
You think you're gonna follow into the footsteps? You're gonna have like a freeze flashback when your son's in like pee-wee hockey and you're like losing your shit, and you're gonna have like a trauma response to your dad like flipping out on you on the sidelines.
I know I'm gonna be worse than my dad probably. I'm a psychopath with that kind of stuff. So it should be interesting. We'll see. I'm 1 of 4 and 2 and 2, which I think is like perfect. I have a younger brother, and then I have a younger sister and an older sister. So if I could have 2 and 2, I think that would be perfect. Like I would love that in a perfect world, but we'll see what happens.
Me and my brother, the oldest, and I got 2 younger sisters. But what do the UK boys think? We'll start with
hopefully
James,
2 and 2, but we'll see what happens.
Will, what are you thinking? You team kids or no kids?
Yeah, I wanna have kids, get them working because I've got cars to list on eBay. So
he's gonna have a 4-year-old like sorting it. Just look at the logos.
Will's gonna have a fucking surrogate kid just to have a fucking kid. He's gonna be the only dad just to have a worker.
He just adopts like a bunch of 13-year-olds so he can skip the bad times, like just get them straight to work.
Well, I mean, if Jim was a bit younger, I could probably. I mean, if he was like 17, I could adopt him, and then he could just call me dad. So
Will would probably love that too.
That would be so funny, bro. You're going around to card shows, be like, "Oh, this your buddy?" Like, no, it's my son.
And he's the answer. James is the money man, and he's the answer to his son.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
Yes, indeed.
James, have you thought about you got a woman in your life, James? What's the?
No.
you just playing the field.
Yeah, of course.
The Instagram DMs of Gorilla Breaks getting filled up all the time, huh?
Yeah, no. Who doesn't want kids though? Surely everyone does.
Yeah, see?
Zini's got kind of a blank stare on his face over here. Zini might. What do we think, Zini?
You can probably have a pair, and then call it. They're expensive, man. They're little rats.
Yeah, we don't have to pay, so that is
That is true.
What do you mean you don't have to pay?
Well, you have to pay for the hospital. We don't.
That's what the insurance.
We don't have to pay for the hospital. We have health insurance. What the heck?
Yeah,
you guys are brainwashed over there.
That's what they all say.
No, we do. The fuck pays for the hospital?
It is still a little dicey. It's kind of crazy. My buddy's my buddy's about to have a second kid. It's so crazy. My just by terms of like time that I've known someone. My boy Seth, he is about to have his second kid. He had his first kid when he was like 20 or something crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, when he sends us the bill, like the bill gets sent like without any insurance coverage and all that, and it's like maddening, like what it actually costs to like just have a kid and all that stuff.
Probably 5 figures.
Yeah,
at least.
It's
that's true.
It's not even the hospital is like nobody fucking pays for the hospital. It's.
But who pays for these things? Like that's the thing. Like
it's
insurance.
insurance.
Where you like
we have health insurance. It's just private. It's private health insurance. So we get it through work. It's not through the government. How much do you pay a month? My health insurance is free.
Oh, well, because of your job.
No, because I'm.
His job
I don't have it. My job is fucking whatnot. That's my job. So they think I'm poor as far as they're concerned. So I get it through the government, like poor people health insurance. And my girlfriend gets it through work. She doesn't pay anything.
The feds are going to be listening to this one.
Your girlfriend definitely pays.
That's why Steve's trying to get wifed up here. Steve's trying to get a ring on it as quickly as possible so he can get linked up on his girl's insurance.
Yeah, that's the only
exactly.
reason, right, Steve?
But yeah, that's the way it works over here. The expensive part about having kids is like taking them to hockey practice, soccer practice, travel soccer, travel hockey, travel baseball, travel football. Oh, Dad, I want to ride horses. What? Now you have to buy a horse. You can't tell your kid no. Like all kinds of shit like that. No, I know people. There's this guy that comes into the store that I work at. He's a fireman, so makes a decent salary, but isn't rich or anything like that. And his daughter falls in love with equestrian. What are you going to do? Tell your daughter no?
Yeah.
Has to buy a fucking horse. The horse is in his stable. The vet. Like, think about, like, these are the things, like, I don't know.
Just get him an iPad and then be like, there you go. Get him a subscription, My Little Pony, bam. That was my childhood. iPad and My Little Pony.
Jeez.
I'm terrified of having kids. Like, I definitely, like, I'm getting to the point in my life now where I show up at a wedding or, like, I see, like, my buddies having kids. And especially once they get past that, like, awful baby phase, you know, I'm like, there's, like, a piece of me in moments where I'm like, all right, I could see myself, like, being cool with this. But for me, man, like, I get so much, like, fulfillment out of, like, coaching, like, these high school guys and, like, these, like, 2011s where it's, like, like, honestly, like, jokes aside, feel like these are, like, like, I'm literally mentoring, like, you know, anywhere from, like, 40 to 60 kids at a time, you know, like, because I take my, like, coaching job, like, super serious and, like, making sure that I'm, like, trying to help these kids, like, you know, not make the same boneheaded mistakes, you know, that I made in life. And there was this coach that I coached with for a period of time at my old high school, and him and his wife are on the same deal. Like they both are like in youth groups, like they like get their fulfillment of like raising kids by, you know, just helping like kids that aren't theirs or whatever. So I think as soon as I find like the right girl, you know, it's not gonna be an issue. It's more like what Steve talked about, where it's like, bro, I need my bag to be in order. Cause like my parents, they worked so like on the grand scheme of things, like my parents definitely did well, but it wasn't like my dad was just some baller CEO where my mom could just stay at home. You know, my mom was an ER nurse that worked like 70, 80-hour weeks sometimes, you know, on a night shift. And my dad was a paralegal that started from the bottom and like grinded his way to the top of what his profession would allow him to be, you know? And so they worked like super hard to give us this like certain like lifestyle that was super taxing, you know, like on the family at times. And so it's like, whew, it's like scary to think about like how hard that truthfully would be. Like what Steve talked about is to have a kid and be like, bruh, like this kid's wanting to do everything in the third because their friends are like their friends' parents have got the bag like that and get to take these lavish vacations and stuff.
And you do not want to, could you imagine being that parent, like your kid goes to school and be like, yeah, my dad said no. Yeah. Like you're like, oh, my dad said like, yeah, we can't afford it or something like that. Like you, I don't know, man. That's tough. That's tough.
But in terms of like my dream scenario is I just want to have 2 twin boys and then be done. I am so terrified of having a girl or boys, like for real. Like my youngest sister is like, thank God, like has a level head and is like just got her shit in order, you know, and isn't just like wild and crazy, but she's like plays volleyball at this like small D3 school down here called DePaul, and it's like always just worrying about like, you know, just the sorority fraternity life and all that jazz. Like I have gray hairs right now just from like coaching and like anything that's stressful going on in life. I can't imagine having 3 to 4 girls constantly having to worry about some scumbag dudes just always like just trying to scheme, you know. So I need 2 boys, 2 twins, boom, be done, you know.
That'd be nice. Do you guys have sororities and fraternities over there?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, but not really. Like, I didn't go to university, and I don't know if James, you're planning on going to university. So yeah, not really. No. But
wait, how did you become a accountant if you didn't go to university?
I joined from college. So
that's right. You guys go to high school, then college, then university. So you went to school for 2 years after high school. Is that how it works?
There's a thing
It's
called
very
sixth form as
confusing.
well.
It is
So
confusing. When did you graduate? When did you graduate college? When you were 20?
18
Yeah, 18,
or
19.
17.
Yeah. I joined.
It is confusing. Jesus
I
Christ.
joined like an apprenticeship program at KPMG, which is like they have KPMG in New York. There's a big tower.
It's like one of the big three. Is it called the
Big
big
Four.
three? Big four. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did that straight out of college, which will be your like 12th, 13th grade, maybe. So after that, yeah, I went straight in.
Yeah, your guys' education system still makes no sense to me. I
You
don't
can
get
either
it.
like stay at the school you're at 16 and you can do sixth form there, or you can go somewhere else and it's like a college, but it's
So you guys
that's
are
a lot more laid
seniors
back.
when
Then
you're
you can
16?
wear whatever you want at a college.
I don't know
How
what
old are you
senior
at-
is.
Yeah,
Wait,
how
wait.
old-
What do you guys call high school? Like
Secondary school.
9th through 12th grade.
Secondary school.
is like
It's 7th to 11.
so
7 to 11.
like 11 or 12 to
15, 16.
So you guys haven't heard the term like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
We don't have
That's just 9th, 10th, 11th, and
Yeah.
12th grade.
Yeah, we don't have that. We have year 7 to year 11, and then we have year 12 and 13, which is college, and then you can either go to or sixth form, and then you can either go to university, which is like, I mean
that's like your college, right? University.
yeah, that's what they call college.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also like
13th grade to start normally.
what'd you say?
I said college starts at 13th grade.
Yeah, exactly. That would be when.
How old are you? In your 13th
How old am
grade?
I?
No. In your 13th grade, how old are you?
thought you
You'd
said
be
are we in
18
our
or 19,
30s?
right?
Like,
Wouldn't you be 18 or 19? Yeah.
If you're 13, you're 17 or 18.
17 or I was 17 going into college.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was 18.
Really? Shit, I
old,
was
but
18.
I was like one of
I'm
the older
young.
guys in my grade.
But I turned
I was
18
wait a second.
summer leading up to it, so
I turned okay, no. I turned 18 in the August of my first going into college. So I was 17 throughout my senior in high school. Then
Same.
going into college, I turned 18. Yeah, because I'm the end of August, my birthday.
Well, I mean, I'm like all of the TV shows are all American, so like American school is like completely different to the UK school, I think personally.
So when you go to what you're calling college, that's when you like specialize.
Yeah.
Okay.
One
Okay.
thing.
So, but do you have to do that, or do you just have to go to school till you're 16?
You just have to go to school at 16.
No. You can get an apprenticeship, but you have to like either go to college or sixth form. You have
Yeah,
to,
that's what he means.
Yeah. Okay, but you need to go. So you have to go to college.
or sixth form.
Yes. Yeah, it's sixth form.
You
yeah,
can't start
college.
when you're 16. You have to do something.
Yeah.
Some sort of
Interesting.
education.
so they have
Interesting. That
one
is
more
interesting.
year of schooling required essentially.
Do you guys
Well,
does that stay within the same system? Like, is that generally like on the same campus, or does it go to like a completely different like spot?
Mine was a
usually?
completely different place, but
Mine was
sixth
different
form
place as
is the if you do sixth form, it's normally the same place you did secondary school.
Okay, got you. So like, is that like more like frowned upon? Like normally like at that age where you're just not like frowned upon, but it's like, oh, he's like staying in the same spot. Like, is it more like
sixth form's probably, or at least where I was, sixth form was a lot better than college.
okay?
Sixth form you do 3 or 4 subjects, and college you just choose one and you focus on that.
Oh
Gotcha.
wow, see that's cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we don't have
easy.
that over here. Yeah, it does sound easy.
It's not. You still have to. You just have to do the one subject you do, just a lot more.
Just more.
No, but
hands-on.
I don't mean easy, but I just mean like when we go to college, we need to like I had to take English, math, social
Yeah.
studies.
It's a money pit
science.
scam. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're-
it's
They call it like general studies in the beginning, where you're literally just
learning more of what I already was taught in
yeah,
high school.
That's not
basically.
gonna like pay you
Some
for it at
people have
all.
to do. If you like fail your GCSE in maths and English, which is the exam you take when you're 16, I think you have to do it then.
In college.
That
Yeah.
would've
So
been me.
see, like the perfect example is Will actually, because if let's just say I wanted to become an accountant, I would have to go to fucking college for 4 years. So after I was 18, 19,
Plus
20,
license and
22,
all that.
plus licensing. Meanwhile, you got out of what you called secondary school, then was like, oh, I'm going to be an accountant, got your apprenticeship and all that shit. And you were, what age were you when you started working?
19.
Exactly. That would be impossible here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Impossible.
That's crazy. That's great.
About
I
you,
mean, that's
Zini?
good.
Like
I don't know if
3 years
we've ever
ahead.
Zini. What was your path, brother, after high school? 'Cause I
After
know you
high
had the
school, I went,
soccer interest for a while, and
then I went to college, got a degree in finance, and then had an
Nice.
insurance job after that.
Oh yeah,
so,
that's right. I always forget about that.
Yeah, the insurance job was grueling.
You were an insurance underwriter, right? Is that what it
Yes.
was? Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So sending out the quotes.
Well, you have insurance for everything. Americans always make fun
it's
of that.
such a scam, bro.
Yeah, we
it's
have tax for-
crazy.
I'll just read it. So we have. Do you have car tax?
Car tax.
No.
Wait, what do you mean car tax? Like what is it
Car
exactly?
insurance, yeah.
So you have car insurance, and then you have you tax your car.
No. There's no governmental tax. It's just you
Okay.
pay car insurance.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
we
it's
have
not
to tax our car.
required
Do you
to
have?
car insurance either? But
Okay.
if you don't have it and you get in a wreck, you're screwed.
Yeah.
No, wait, Ben, you don't need to have it in Florida?
I don't think you.
I'm pretty sure in every state except for it's like 2 random states. It's like New Hampshire and fucking North Carolina. Every other state you need to have car insurance.
I feel like
Otherwise they won't let you register your car.
That's true, actually. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, the registration.
Yeah. There's literally only 2 states in the whole US that you can't have. But I mean it does make sense because what happens if you fucking wreck somebody's car? And you don't have car insurance, and it's just like...
Well,
you
that's...
insure just the car, right? Because we have to insure a person on a car, so you couldn't just drive your friend's car. You have to be insured on that as well.
Yeah, Will is telling me that last time. No, you insure the car, and then you're responsible for anybody driving it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think it is a scam for the UK because we have car tax, we have insurance, we have an MOT which you have to do every year. And the MOT is just like, I don't know if you have that. It's where you have to your car has to do an exam to pass to make sure it works right.
We have that in New York. I don't know about every state. In New York, we have emissions, it's called an inspection where it needs to pass emissions for
okay, yeah. That's
shit like that.
That's similar to ours. And then we have national insurance, and then we have income tax.
We got an
income tax on your car, or are you just saying
no, sorry, not just when we get our salary, we have to pay income tax, pension, and national
Uncle
insurance.
Sam is taking their cut out of all of our checks. That's for sure.
They don't know what Uncle Sam is. Uncle Sam's an American thing, Alex.
Yeah,
do you guys know what Uncle Sam is?
Yeah, that's America.
Okay, yeah, all right.
That's America.
Well, listen, but I was just talking to my girlfriend about this. You guys want free health insurance, you better pay taxes. That's all there is to it. So you're not just gonna exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
We pay if you earn £100,000, you only take home 50,000.
Exactly. So that's what my girlfriend's telling me about free health insurance and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you think they take a 30-year check now? Wait until you get free health insurance. It's gonna be fucking half. And that's what you guys are paying. But I can show her this now.
Between states, because I know that Florida.
Florida does nothing.
It's 10% or something income tax.
Yeah, you find there's a lot of state. Well, not a lot, but there is a good portion of states where they don't have any state income tax. So there'll be Uncle Sam federal, the country still takes their cut, but then Florida to promote businesses coming to their their state, different stuff like that. That's a big conversation for NBA players and NFL players, right? If there's a player that wants to go to the New York Knicks or wants to go to Golden State, they are going to get their salary absolutely cut. But if they go to the Miami Heat, they are going to have a fat chunk of their check saved because they are there's no state income tax. So instead of taking an extra 10 to 13% off of whatever their insane salary is, they get to save that.
Yeah. I'll never forget because my girlfriend grew up in Florida. Her first check from her job in New York, she comes home and she goes, she's like, babe, I think she messed up the pay, the salary. And I'm looking at it. She's going back and forth she's like, no, this isn't this. She messed it up. And I was like, babe, it's called tax. You lose a third of your salary. Literally a third of your salary comes out. Where in Florida, it's like like you said, it's probably like 10%.
So we only pay 7%
third, but you still lose.
No, I'm sure in Florida you still lose, but I'm saying in New York, it's literally a third. Like if you make 100,000, you're taking home 75.
Why don't we all agree?
Actually, more, you're taking home like 65. Sorry.
Why don't we all agree on the Pitchmasters podcast that we agree not to pay tax ever again?
You're gonna get us in trouble, brother.
There's 5 of us here.
The IRS gonna be knocking on my door in the next hour.
I don't know about in the UK, but in the US, they're listening to everything.
Everything. I pay my taxes. Don't you worry, IRS.
Yeah, that's what someone.
We pay our taxes in full over here. That's for sure. But I mean, this conversation's been beautiful. See if we can carry it anywhere else. But curious, how do you think? I mean, these two aren't single, but in a world where Steve wasn't single, how would the Americans fare with the ladies over the pond? Is it like are Americans hated by the broads over on the pond, or is it like Americans seem as like a cool vibe?
Depends where you go in the country, I'd say.
Yeah, in Birmingham, definitely not. But like, if you go to like London, like down like Brighton, I think you'd do really well.
Is like Birmingham like gritty? Like what's the deal over there? Like what's?
It's not that bad.
It's just horrible.
I don't know.
James keeps sticking up for Birmingham.
It's not.
James,
He's got a sneaky leak in Birmingham. He doesn't want her to see this.
His lady is in Birmingham.
Yeah.
They have probably the most hated accent in the country as well. So.
Yeah.
Oh, is it one of those like?
It's like Liverpool. Liverpool is
actually Liverpool is definitely the
Liverpool
worst.
is dreadful.
Wait, James, how does the accent sound? Let me see it.
Give us a Scouser accent,
yeah.
Or Birmingham. Give us both. You just got to say Tim Ream is the best center back in the Premier League.
Yeah, of course. That's Scouts.
Yeah, of course.
Wait, what are you saying?
Yeah,
of course.
Oh, and that's how they talk when they say it, though? Oh, God. Everybody, I know people over here always told me the people in Manchester have a bad accent, too.
They do. Manny accent.
Okay.
You guys are just posh. You guys got the posh accents or what?
Well, the closer you are to London, the more posh it is, right?
Yeah, I think like if you go to somewhere like Hood Walk, that's a very posh area.
James and Will are definitely they're more posh, that's for sure. When they start talking money, they get.
I said Jim sounds quite country, like a farmer.
Really?
Mm.
Wait, let's see. Say something again, James. Say a sentence. Yeah, say something.
What am I meant to say? Put me on the spot. Go follow Gorilla Breaks on Instagram.
There you go. That's good.
His accent sounds pretty posh to me. I don't know. It doesn't sound.
Yeah, but every American thinks any English
Yeah.
is posh, so.
That's not always true,
I don't
though.
think that, but like I wouldn't be able to tell you what the difference is between like a city accent and like a farm, like someone that's from the country.
Yeah,
like,
I think I can.
Me and Jim don't have city accents.
Definitely totally different.
Yeah.
And
what's the lady situation for you two? I know Will last time was dealing with a little bit of a something. What's the update on you two?
No comment.
No comment. Come on, you gotta spill the tea, brother.
No, because I know she'll watch this. I don't know how, but
the same chick.
Was it? I don't know if I think it was the same one, probably. Yeah. But,
so what's the situation with that? What do we do? What do we rock with?
Is very to put it in perspective, we would have like when you've got like a girlfriend or whatever, you'd like call them like at night or whatever. Like some people like fall asleep with them like on call or whatever, which I don't do. I think it's a bit cringe, but like
it is cringy.
Yeah, but like you're like calling them at midnight or something, like saying goodnight. Like she would record me when I was asleep on a separate phone.
No, what?
Yeah, so I'd be calling her, and then she'd have like another phone recording our conversations, and I was like,
"Why aren't we just cutting the plug on that? Like, is it just too good? Like, what are we doing here, brother?"
She was kind of bad, to be fair. So I mean, I let that one slide, but
So but what? Yeah. Now she's stalking you? Is that what you're saying?
No. It's over. It's over. I basically said to her, I was like, you have to block me, otherwise you're just going to keep on sort of messaging me.
Otherwise, I'm going to just keep inviting you over. It's going to be like, yeah, he's getting a little lonely. It's like,
I mean, maybe, yeah, but it's over now.
All right, Jamesy boy, spill the beans. What's the vibe, brother?
There's not too much going on.
Yeah.
James, just make something up. Come on, man.
We don't allow that in Gorilla Breaks. No one's
True,
allowed.
yeah, that's
Just
true.
focus.
There's no lady friends in Gorilla
Well,
Friends.
what's the drinking age in the UK? Like, is
Question is
16.
that
18? So like when
16?
It's not
16. It is 16.
It's not 16.
It's 16 with a meal. 18 if you
yeah.
buy it from a shop.
Okay,
But I mean,
so
what
about going to like clubs and bars? Like as soon as you guys,
18,
it's 18.
18 definitely.
See, that's
But if you go
Because,
out to
like-
dinner, you can get a beer with dinner when you're 16.
when you say,
Just one.
well, I mean,
So that's bullshit.
if they check, which they
yeah.
don't.
Wait,
but I
the
was-
thing,
I was
that
in year
would be-
7 and I had a house party and I was in an Angry Birds t-shirt and I think I was year 7 or 8 and I was maybe 12, 13 and I was drinking like WKD. I don't know if you have that in the
I know
US.
it
What
there
the hell
used to
is
be
that?
something
Like,
it's like
malt liquor? Malt
no,
liquor?
it's like a watered down like. If I had to guess,
It's not a slush.
Like a melted slush puppy.
It's an alcoholic drink which like
doesn't
but less alcohol.
No,
it's
doesn't
got like
taste
4%.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they used to have that in America where I forget what the exact name for it was. My buddy's mom was telling me about it, where it was like something 32, where it was like a beer, but it was just like way less alcohol in it.
Do you know,
like
like-
you could get it when you were 18, but it was just like way less version of what.
No, this
beer
is
would be.
this is the same as like, do you have Bud Light?
Yeah.
Of course,
It's
it's
basically-
an American.
yeah.
It's an American beer. What kind of question is that?
But it was basically like that when I was
Original
12.
question.
And I remember the police came round and they told us to be quiet. And they didn't care that there was like 10, 12-year-olds just drinking like
That's crazy.
Bud Light.
That's so. I mean,
you guys
dude,
police.
for the,
You guys police yourselves over there.
Well,
The
this
club-
is actually something I wanted to bring up. So
Yeah, go ahead.
my friend, he actually had a football scholarship in America. And
For
he
college?
got for college, yeah. So he was like scouted. His name's Harry. Basically,
Wait, hold on. Where's the school? Just so I know.
I can't remember. I would have to.
All right.
I will find out, but basically he was on a scholarship, and basically he was drinking. He was 18, 19 at the time, and he was drinking, and he didn't realize. But if you like, this is bad. I wouldn't do this, and I do not condone this. But like, he went to wee. He did a piss like
Yeah.
just like in a field, and the police arrested him. And instead of like writing him up, he had to pay a $300 fine. So instead of getting in trouble, they just fined him $300, and then were like, "There you go, you can leave."
In America?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that a thing? Can you just like pay off the
It's-
cops?
I mean,
Well, it's not paying off.
yeah,
It's a
if they-
fine.
if-
You're just
I
paying
mean,
the fine.
if in person they were like cough up $300 and you can walk, that's not cool. I mean, if they gave him a legitimate ticket where it was just like
Yeah, like a
public
summons
indecency or something, then
Yeah.
then that's legitimate. But if in person they were like, hey, give me a 300 boner here and then we'll go, like,
Oh, I would. I mean, I wouldn't do that. But like, if I got like pulled over for speeding or something, and they were like, "I'll give me £100," and I'll just turn the other cheek. I'd be like, "Where's my wallet?"
Yeah, but yeah, do you in the U.S. though the cops all have
cameras.
cameras?
Yeah,
now.
we have that as well.
Yeah, so they can't even do that shit. So that's definitely he gave him a summons, and then you have like the option. You could either like go to court, pay the summons, or you could just. I've never done this. I've also only ever gotten one ticket in my life. Knock on wood. But you can pay the summons immediately, or you can just go to court and pay it, which most people do.
Fair enough.
The 18-year-old thing would be so dangerous in America, bro. Like if 18-year-olds that are just like being able to drive, like could go to clubs in America, it would not be okay, like at all. Like that's wild to me, to be quite honest.
Can you gamble at 18 in America?
In New York, you
Certain
can. It depends on the state.
certain
It's state by
states, yeah.
state.
Mostly it's 21. Mostly 21 though.
Yeah.
Can you
like,
own a gun at 18, or is that also 21?
What'd you say?
Can you own a gun at 18, or is that 21?
Yes.
18.
18.
How does that make
You can
sense,
own a
then?
gun,
Yeah.
but you think
There's
that
so many laws.
Do you,
that are
no,
having a
well,
gun
do you
at
know
18
why?
is bad.
I'll tell you why. I'll be the historian because
Please
Sean
do.
can't be with us.
Yeah.
It's because like there is some. It's all like it all comes back to money. But so basically, just like how I was saying, the gambling is state by state. So is the drinking age is state by state too. But if you make the drinking age 18, they'll cut like a whole bunch of like government funding and shit like that. So nobody does it. Because if like let's just say New York was like, oh, we're gonna make it 18, like okay, that's great, we're gonna cut all of your governmental funding from the feds. So like that's why and I'm sure somebody's getting paid off along the way, but it is ridiculous, honestly, because one, you can own a gun, two, you can go fight in the war and get killed, and you can't drink. So it is ridiculous, but I don't think they'll ever change it.
What's everyone's stances on guns? Because it's like completely foreign. I've done shooting before, but I was in a farm and like that's it. But like in America, you see videos of people just like
I mean, I same deal. Like I mean, I grew up in like suburban, like indie, like nothing crazy, like on the east side or whatever. Like not a nice area by any means, but the like when I would go up to Virginia to visit my grandparents, they like just lived on a bunch of land, so we were always shooting guns and stuff. Like nothing crazy. I'm not a fanatic about it. Like my grandpa passed me down like a nice Weatherby shotgun that I've shot like once in my life since he passed, and then like an M1
Is it in your apartment there?
No, it's at my parents' crib, and like an M1 Garand that was like actually used in the war, so like that was cool.
Oh,
and like cool. I'm not like a hater of it. It's just one of those things where like I'm not like dying to like plan a weekend where I'm gonna go to a shooting range and shoot these guns. Like I don't care that much. I don't get why people get like so hyped up about it. It's like literally just shooting at paper targets or clay targets. Like it's fun, like, but I'm definitely not like I could live without it. I don't think they're like that important.
For me, like I'm kind of like on the same thing with Alex. Like I don't own a gun. I don't have guns. Like for me, it's not for me the whole gun thing, but I could see like in the future, like owning a gun is like self-defense, like like break-ins and shit like that, like it like that. But like going to the like people who own guns and like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gun range. I'm not a hunting guy. Like I love animals too much, so I would never hunt. Going to the gun range doesn't do it for me. I could see myself one day like owning a shotgun for self-defense. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna go shoot it. It's gonna be like if somebody breaks into my house, I'm gonna blow their brains out. Like that's what it's for. Like, and I'm also, that's the other thing about me too, is I would be shoot first, ask questions later. So I'd be in jail. So like, I don't want to get a gun until like I own a house and like
the
have
mailman
kids that
just
I'm
showed up
of.
at an inopportune time.
Exactly. Like if somebody, if I leave the door unlocked and somebody comes in by mistake, the gun's coming out. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, well that no. But if somebody comes in, I'm gonna shoot first and ask questions later. I think Zini, you have a concealed carry in Florida, right? Zini's packing heat everywhere he goes, I think.
No, that's not the heat that we're packing, all right? Let's be honest.
Steve, he's just got a third leg on him.
Make sure. That's
No, but
you could if you wanted to in Florida, though, right?
Yeah, some of my friends have them.
Yeah, that's the other thing about the U.S. that's so different than England is because it's so big.
Yeah,
like the areas are just so different. Like in Florida, you go to Florida, like actually no, this wasn't in Florida. When I was in Alabama once, I'm in the fucking supermarket. This guy's holstered up right next to me, just as a gun on his hip, just fucking grocery shopping.
What you need to do is you need to reach for it and ask if you can touch it,
and then get shot in the head.
No, dude, the one that was crazy that you just reminded me of is me and my buddy, we were still in high school, like probably we were seniors, and we were just like cashing a check after like a work week. Like we went and did like a little side job and we got like checks to go cash or whatever. And this dude like just walks in and he literally just has like a Glock in his back pocket, like wasn't even holstered, like just got in off a motorcycle, just had it in his back pocket. And me and my buddy just like look at each other and we're like, is this happening right now? Like what in the world? Because like it was just like, why was it like not in a holster or anything?
That was an illegal gun. There's no way that
just
person.
A dunce. Yeah, should not be handled that. What is the vibe over in the UK? I know you guys like aren't even supposed to have knives or some stupid shit.
Are you serious?
Why would you carry knives? Yeah. What's the point? I mean,
I don't carry knives. I'm just saying that seems kind of ridiculous that you can if you wanted to.
No, you can't carry a knife.
What's the point?
You can't?
It's illegal. No,
a pocket knife? You can't carry a pocket knife.
You can carry a pocket knife. You can.
No, you can't. No, it's illegal.
Well,
Are you serious?
Anything above a certain size, I think it's 4 inches, counts as a deadly weapon.
Okay, no, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, that I don't have a problem with. I mean, I don't think that's illegal here, but I don't have a problem with that. I thought you said you couldn't carry a pocket knife at all.
I don't think you can, but I mean, maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
James, James 100% carries a pocket knife every show he's at.
Every throw a katana.
Camping, everyone has a pocket knife. So.
Well, I mean, James, you carry one just in case someone like gives you something over comps. You're like,
yeah, exactly. God forbid you come up. You got to come correct to James's
talk to me
table.
in the corner real quick. He's like, let me have a conversation.
I mean, if I lived in America, I would want. I mean, I don't agree with guns. I think it's stupid. I think I don't know why, but that's not my problem. That's America's problem. But if I was in America, I would be getting literally everything. I'd literally have like a whole inventory in the back, like combat, attack, pump.
Of guns?
Yeah, definitely.
You just said you don't agree with guns, but if you lived in America,
I mean, if they're legal, why not? Like, I would literally just have everything.
For me, they're like honestly like a strip club. They're just a waste of money. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When you have like just a fat stack of them, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, it's definitely not for me.
Will's
but
a big
I
strip
do
club
see.
guy, huh? Will's throwing bands. He's throwing 101 slabs out onto the stage.
We don't really have strip clubs in England because how would you tip them? Because we don't have $1 bills. We only have 5, 10s, and 20s.
Coins.
They dinking off their heads and stuff.
Yeah. Shout out Daniel Tosh.
No, they do contactless now, so they've got like a little Zettel thing.
Just have their Venmo barcode on there. All right. Well, you guys got any? I don't know that we can call it wraps here in a sec. You guys got any fun topics you wanted to bring up, or anything off the dome? If not, no big deal.
Not really. No, just looking forward to London on Saturday and Sunday. I think it's going to be like the biggest one in the UK ever.
You're hyping it up so much.
So,
Steve, you have to go.
If you don't go,
will there be Premier League players at it since it's like international break? Or
I think it might be. I think there will be. Yeah, Tosin, I think will be there. Yeah, and I think maybe a few Blackburn players because they're always like.
Yeah, loads of Blackburn players collect cards as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to get there. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I gotta find something else in that area. There's gotta be some kind of reason, or I might have to blow off the soccer game.
There's a Premier. There's a race course, but no racing.
There's go-karting right next to it. There actually is.
There you go.
There's gotta be something that's like something I can't do in the U.S.
See me and Jim.
That's true.
I'm saying, bro. We I seriously I don't know.
Is Pokey Chloe gonna be there?
Yeah, she's gonna be there.
All right. I know Will definitely has a hard on for Pokey Chloe.
No.
That seems like his kind of girl.
I mean, I did message her and said,
see.
Yeah, I'll save that.
See, I knew it.
Get a response,
Will is a Pokey Chloe.
No, I didn't get a response.
Did she read?
No, I don't think so. But if she's watching, just.
He's got his own place. But yeah, man. I hope that Burbank will happen. I've getting my next level of license with the Federation. That's not the same time in February, but trying to double up in that month might be tough. But if it's the next national or whatever it is, we need some of these guys are more on the hotel vibe. I don't know about you guys, but I would just love if we got like a fat Airbnb, especially if it was summertime for the national.
This guy loves Airbnbs.
I don't love Airbnbs, but I love like having like the squad in one place and like partying in a hotel room is like so whack. Like that would be. He's like chilling in somebody's living space, especially Steve, this freaking slob over here, is gonna have his freaking clothes everywhere,
That place is beautiful, man.
Yeah, whatever. He's me taking a.
It actually is.
He needs his own area and his own space. So Airbnb would be elite for all of us, man. And then we talked on and off about like trying to throw a like either two options. Like one, I still think it would be elite if we did a like somehow got like a 7 or 8 team, like 5-a-side, like tournament going. Like we found like a field in near Cleveland, like where the convention center is going to be or whatever. And like get like a strict, like, I don't know how many UK guys will come to the next national, but if you guys got like
Quite a few.
Yeah, so if you guys got like a 5-a-side team, and then we found like 6 other like American teams or whatever. But if that became like too much, like at least doing like a 9v9 game, like UK versus America. Like obviously we talked about like we talked about doing like a big charity thing, which I think would still be fun, but like just to start like something low key where we just got like 18 guys together and just ran like a game during, because like you guys are way more into like, because you're there for business, but for us, like we go to like 1 or 2 days of the show and we're good. So it's like spending like at least half of a day just playing soccer and just ripping it would be a blast, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make Burbank happen.
Yeah, we're booking flights for Burbank. I mean, maybe like tonight, hopefully. So yeah, we've already got the hotel booked, so we just need to get the flights, and then we'll be.
Have you heard it's good though? Because I was talking to Adam about maybe like the 2 of us going. He was like, he said there's a lot of competition out there. That's the problem.
I mean, that's what happens when you go to a big show. There's going to be more people there, and
there's probably quite a bit of competition at the national, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
James, watch your mouth over there.
Oh, you're talking to the mafia boss over here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Order
Christ.
a hit on you.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. He was making it sound like he doesn't know if it's worth the trip.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, I've never been, but from what
more soccer there than at the national. So.
I know there is. I've heard that for sure.
Yeah, but competition does it like from my perspective, if we go to like
phase the big dogs, Steve.
No, not even that.
It doesn't phase me either. Like I said, I walk into a room, they go pro sen. They want pictures and stuff. Yeah, they want pictures.
It's just
I'm just telling you.
When like we go to like the UK show, we have like a really good strategy where we'll like set up, and then even before everyone comes in, me and Jim will be walking around separately, like buying lots and everything, and that's sort of like we both know what sells, so we can just go separately and like pick up things really quickly. Like 90% of the time, I do not look at what I buy. I literally just buy if it fits the numbers and it looks like half decent.
Yeah.
I'll just pick
it
up.
I do the same thing too. I don't pay attention to what's there. It's all about the numbers. You guys better come cash heavy to Burbank though, because I'm gonna show up with pallets.
That could.
He might be a little bit dry after this. Is what you guys got to do to sabotage him. You need to take him out on a night and get him to pull out the credit card and just be buying drinks for everybody. So that he's gonna be hurting for a month or two, you know.
No.
But
no way.
Episode 16. This was an absolute fun one, man. We were all over the place, covered a bunch of topics, but having James and Will on, hopefully it'll be soon, and can't wait to see what we actually get planning. Benzini tapping in and out here. Can't wait to see the recording of his face for some of the reactions, because half the time it was just a blank screen. But hearing his beautiful voice is always nice. Safe flight over the pond, brother. I would be having an anxiety attack right now thinking about flying over the ocean like that. But boys,
trying to freak me out? Is this guy trying to freak me out? What the fuck is that?
The worst part, and I'll end it on this.
Have a safe flight. I'd be freaking out if I was you, man, going across the ocean.
Before I take a flight, always, like, YouTube just passes me, like, all these, like, the top 10 craziest, like, airplane crashes and stuff, and I'm always too sick in the head to not watch it. I'm just absolutely...
I always watch. I mean, I don't care about that stuff. Listen, if we make an ocean landing and go down in the record books, as long as I survive, I don't care. Me and my girlfriend, of course. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. Could you imagine? I'm like floating on my fucking luggage and like the like right off the Irish coast, like freezing my ass off.
Dude.
My cards are floating away from me.
That's the worst nightmare.
That'd be a hilarious picture. You see all your slabs just like running away from you, and you're like grabbing onto it.
The real question is what would you grab? Would you grab your slabs or your girlfriend?
I'd grab my girlfriend. I'd let the slabs go down.
Yeah, you got to clip that out and stop it right after Steve says, "I'll grab mine."
Yeah, it's like,
and then cut it out the slabs. It's like that scene from what is that? I steal from my mother's purse.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, it's like, hi, my name is Susie. And then all of a sudden this other voice comes in, and I steal from my mother's purse.
No, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
Sorry, yeah.
All right. Well, episode 16. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Can't wait to see you guys soon. Peace.
Coming to steal your business.